able to participate?
Abby is getting ready to join in.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure. I don't think that Kirsten can make it. Her data resets on the 21st, so she's watching the recordings.
Yeah.
So
she's been commenting, so that's good.
Yeah. And is everybody cool with putting our videos on Joyfully Infused?
Yeah.
Like on the game plan page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way the people that aren't on Facebook can see. So.
Daddy, she's coming.
I don't know who the owner is. Here's Abby.
Hey, Abby. Can you hear us? Maybe not.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay.
Now we hear you. Awesome.
Hey.
Okay, so last night's homework was doing the chapter 1 in the workbook. So in your workbook, recapping your top 10 reasons for a Young Living business, and then going through some of your goals. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's the one on the top right. The neutral blue. Sorry, my kids are asking me questions. Did any of you do those top 10?
I did. Did anybody else?
Yeah, I
did.
I actually took some from the chapter.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Can you go shut the door so it's not so loud?
But she only had 8 listed.
She did.
So you kind of had to, think of 2 more. But
yeah, so some of the ones that I added was helping and blessing others.
I added that too.
Yeah.
I said helping others to have all of this too. Yeah, is that what I said helping others to have every, 1 through 8 that we wrote in here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Teaching other people to be financially free. Yeah, that's a really good one. Did anybody have something other than that? I mean, I feel like that's pretty standard. Like us just wanting to help other people.
I put just being able to give generously. So it's kind of different from that because I felt like helping others to have all this too. Those are the people that are doing Young Living, wanting them to be financially, but giving generously just means anything,
Right. Yeah.
For anybody.
What about you, Sherry?
I added one that a big why is the oils work. So that's a big thing because like you were saying last night, like if you get into 31 or that kind of thing, like once people have the bags, they're kind of done. But these
you can only have so many bags.
And you can keep using them for different things. So yeah, it's just you just keep learning with it. So.
Yeah. Abby, did you by any chance have a chance to look through those?
I did. And the only thing any different was I just said sharing financial freedom, which is similar to what you guys are saying. And then break out of financial bondage, which is similar to what she said in there too. But also to knowing, clarifying my purpose, so that I can focus, and know what I need to be focusing on.
Yeah.
But my favorite and the thing I did not know was the willable income.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's huge.
Because that blew my mind that my spouse and kids, if anything was going to happen, to me, that they would be set to me, that's huge, because that's a huge part of trying to find a job is that security, the future security for my family too. So
Yeah,
it was huge.
I agree. I did not know that either until this book. All right, so the second little section is kind of on setting your goals and what you want, what rank you want to achieve by what date and what income level you're looking. And the reason that I think this is important to share is because that's going to help Jenny and I know how to help you guys, because we want to help you reach your goals as, you know, part of your leadership. So does anybody want to share? Do you want me to go first, or? I shared last night though.
We can just go around, Lindsay, if you want to. Like, you start and then I'll go, and then Sherry, and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to be gold by the end of December. And that would put me at an average income of about $6,000 a month. And then the little blurb there down below, when I attain that rank, I can bless others in many ways. I can stop working odds and end jobs to fill in the gaps from quitting my teaching career. I can go to the chiropractor, and I can help my family go to this place called Learning RX that I think is really cool. So those are some of the things that I want to do when I attain that rank by the end of the year.
Okay. Mine was, I said I want to make silver by November of this year, 2017. I know I could set my standards higher, but like I hate like setting a goal and not meeting it. And at this point for me, I don't know. I'm just like too scared to like think beyond that, because I would be ecstatic just to be silver at this point. So I will have an average income of $2,200 a month. And when I attain that rank, I can buy more products and supplements for our family, which we're already spending a ton of money. And I just told Matt, I was like, I want to get even more supplements now, since I'm like getting hooked on all of them. And now I said, I think I'm going to have to make more money to buy all this stuff. I can give gifts to my builders. I love gift giving. I just have to have the money to do it. We can ditch Matt's overtime days at work. That will be big. We can go back to consistent day shift schedule, and he won't have to work nights. I can sponsor more children in Ethiopia with my check. Right now I'm only sponsoring one, which I know that's big, but I want to sponsor a bunch. And then I can do random acts of kindness. I should say more, because technically I could do those now, but I just don't. I feel like if we had excess money, it would be on my mind a lot more to just give. So, especially if we're living within our same means.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Those are great goals. I love that. All right, Sherry.
Actually, I did not fill this part out because the disclosure statement in this book is so little, I can't read it.
Oh.
So
it was hard. It was hard. Yeah.
It is
very
small.
So I didn't know if it was just my glasses or what, but anyway, but I mean, I think instead of like having a rank, I think my goal is to be like, just to try some classes and see how things go, since I haven't done any of that yet. And, you know, just kind of go from there.
Just feel it out. Yeah.
Feel it out, see how it goes, because it's definitely stepping out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would love to, any extra money I could get a month would be great, because there are some, you know, oils I'd like to try that, you know, I just haven't paid for right now. So that I'd be happy with that right now.
And just getting your oils paid for is huge. I remember the first time my check was over $100, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just got a check enough to buy us all of our oils, and that's what I have to spend in order to get my next check. So that it's huge.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
really good first step, a first good goal for sure.
What about you, Abby?
Mm-hmm. All right, I said that I would, I'm dreaming big, that I would like to make gold by April 2018.
What?
And
That's awesome.
I shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
And that would give me an average income of around $5,000 a month. And so with that, we would be able to finally build our home. And give to others, because like you, Jennifer, I like to give, but you have to have it to be able to give.
Yeah.
And then that would also allow me, I have this dream of being a small self-reliant family, like homesteading, and that would allow me the time and money to not have to work outside of the home and be able to write and paint as much as I want to. So that was what I wrote.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's awesome, and I think it's achievable. And quite honestly, when you go through the book, it talks about, the possibilities are endless when you put in the effort. If you're consistent and you're following up and you're doing the steps and you're just keeping on.
And that's what Sarah's saying in this book.
Yeah.
She's class, follow up, rinse and repeat. Class, follow up, rinse and repeat. Class, follow up. I mean, that's what she's saying. It works.
And I believe it. I believe it can happen. So, yeah, I'm right there with you, girlfriend. Dream big. Okay, on the next page, it said write down 3 things that would be on your ultimate bucket list. And I guess if we're going in the same order, I want to have a huge farm on some kind of water, whether it's a river or a lake, and I want to have a community garden, a big community garden. So that's one. I want to start a private Christian school, and I would love to be able to fund a mission trip for my entire church. Just the whole church to go on a mission trip, because I feel like so many people want to participate in missions, but they just don't have the money. So I would like to be able to do that for somebody. So those are my 3 bucket list goals, big goals.
Well, this is the part that got me teared up, because it just, it puts you in that mindset. It wants you to go there. What if you had $241,000 check coming in every month? So it forces you to think about oh my gosh. I mean, I had really never thought about that for myself. I think about Monique and how awesome that must be for their family. But anyways, I had just never really thought about what I would really do with that much money. So when we went to convention last June, hey, Matt, sorry guys. Go back to your bed. We will cover you up in just a minute. Sorry, this is out of his bed. I don't know where Matt is.
When we were in convention.
Okay, yeah, we were at convention, and they did this big. They had this whole night dedicated solely to the Young Living Foundation. And if you guys ever go to convention, it's amazing what Young Living does with this foundation. But it's basically just tons of mission trips, and they just go and just bless the socks off of all these people in third world countries. So I said, if I was making that kind of money, my second thing is I'm retiring Matt. Okay, so retire my husband, and then I can go on all these mission trips. I can afford to go on it, and I have the time, because right now we just don't even have the time with his, schedules to even do that. So Young Living Foundation mission trips, I'm going to try and do all of them if I can, if I get selected. Retire Matt, and I just put give like crazy. Yeah. Anonymously, give like crazy. Mm-hmm. I brought it up a couple of nights ago. We have like 4 couples in our community group that are trying to adopt, and like they're just doing everything they can to save pennies to save up for their adoptions. And it's so crazy how much they're having to work, and all they want to do is just like help a child. And it's just crazy. So I just want to be able to give. Yeah.
Sherry, what's on your bucket list?
Mine weren't quite as large as you guys, but for me, it would just be pay off everything, buy a beach house that family and friends can use, because I've just always wanted one of those, and just help family members pay off debts. So I didn't go as global as you guys did. So.
Well, those are all really good goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get my mom out of debt. I want to see my mom financially free.
Me too.
So, and she's one of my loved ones, and I want to hit those ranks with her. Like I want her to be going up with me.
Yeah. So my dad's my level 1. Sherry's actually in my dad's leg.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, Abby, what are your goals? Your bucket list items?
I said mine were a little similar to my, the previous page, but I said to own everything outright. Of course, house, cars, the farm. And then I said take entire family and friends on a cruise. My whole family went years ago, and it was, of course, everybody paid for themselves, but in this case, I'd be able to pay for everybody.
And that's what Monique does.
But I just think that would be
whole family on vacations.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Yeah. And then I said, bless one or more people daily the way I've been blessed. So sort of like the whole random acts of kindness, but just to like be on the lookout and ask God to help show me who needs help, to just be able to do that just without even a second thought.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last little bit of that workbook was your why. So why are you doing it? Why do you want to pursue the income side of Young Living? Like, what is it about it? So for me, I got into it originally because I wanted to homeschool. I wanted to be here with my kids, and I wanted to have the flexibility to do that. And so I've been blessed to be able to do that first part of my goal. But I want to support and grow God's kingdom. I want more free time with my family. I want to be able to serve others. I want to experience financial freedom for myself and teach other people how to be financially free. I've set up trusts for my kids so that they have their own Young Living business, and that will pay for their college and their houses and their whatever else for the rest of their life. I want to travel the world. Of course, we're making lasting friendships. I told you about the farm. I really want to get Jonathan a new truck because he's driving a 91 Dodge Dakota, and I think it's probably time to upgrade. So, those are some of the things that are why I'm doing it, why I want to continue setting goals and reaching goals is, just so that I can help people, help our family.
Sorry, we're having 3-year-old issues. Emmett keeps getting out of his bed. Okay, Mine, to be debt free, to go on family vacations around the world, to retire Matt, to see my mom financially free. She's very much struggling right now. She doesn't even really have a place to live. She's living with other family members right now. To visit family more, to be able to bless our family and friends, to explore and be spontaneous. Just, hey, let's go on a trip tomorrow. To spend quality time together. For Matt and I to have a stronger marriage and be able to spend more time together. To be able to be there for people, and able to drop everything, if need be, just drop everything and just be able to go help whoever. I was listening to Jim Bob's Facebook Live today. He just broke his femur. I don't know if y'all know Jim Bob Hagerton. He's a really big Young Living leader. And he was saying how Varick Birchfield, Lindsay, does that? Yeah. They're, I think Crown Diamond and Young Living, he like just dropped everything and flew out like that day to go help Jim Bob. And I was like, wow, that'd be so nice to do that. Like if you didn't have a job you had to be at, like you could just do that. It's like, who cares how much the plane ticket is? Who cares that, you could be there for everybody. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So I added that too after I heard that Facebook Live. That's fun.
I guess I'm next.
Share.
For my why, I kind of got started because just looking at Mackenzie had some health issues, and so instead of doctors just giving her medications to cover up things, I thought we'd like just explore this and see if it would help her, and it did help some, but we still had to continue with some doctors. But on that journey, I experimented with some of the other oils and really liked them, and now just like I said, wanting to get the oils paid for. Another why is to help me get stepping out of my comfort zone, and because I'm more of an introvert, so exploring, just getting out there and talking with people about oils and that kind of thing. So it will help me also come out of my shell a little bit and get more comfortable with that. And I'd love to get enough money each month to, Mackenzie would like to move off campus, so it's hard to have a house payment and an apartment payment. So, like to be able to let her live off campus and experience that as well. So, and actually just if we could pay for college in general would be awesome, because
that would be great. Yeah.
Like if she could graduate and then, not have any loans, that would be awesome. And again, my dream of the beach house, and have everyone I know could use it. Just go use it. No problem.
Yeah.
And then just helping others to, get healthy and stay healthy and that kind of thing. So those are mine.
Those are great. Great wise.
Abby?
I am, I'm still adding to my whys. Or my why, because especially after reading into this book, it's when you're looking at the sky's the limit, it's kind of hard to nail it down. But mine is similar. Teach about and offer other alternatives. Before people I know and love, before they go run into the doctor or have surgery or, whatever it is that they need to do, to be able to offer those alternatives and share how they have actually worked for me. And then meeting people that I, have things in common with, like, for instance, dietary and chemical-free homes and, and alternative medicine, those kinds of things. And this is definitely, Young Living is definitely a good network of people who have those similar goals in mind. And then, of course, it goes back to the list from before, financial freedom, being able to help others, being able to vacation and spend time. You know, of course, I would retire my husband as well, and I'm sure that he would appreciate the new truck idea. Because he has some old trucks as well. And he
Matt's going to hear our conversation.
He,
like, I'm thinking about a free truck.
Yeah.
Of course, he would want a sports car.
Yeah.
No, he wants that mountain bike.
He wants that, yeah. Yeah, he would. And he would want that attached to the sport.
Yeah.
On a very nice bike rack. If he helps me get there, he can get it.
Yeah. So the little bonus assignment there that she was saying, go to Eric Worre's website and get his GoPro book. That is available for free as an audiobook on YouTube. I listened to it back over the summer while I was working in the garden. So I'll find it and I'll link it to this post when I upload it to Facebook.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so that's a good
Awesome.
little freebie. So we've got like 15 minutes left. So let's flip gears and go to chapter 3. And this is a super short chapter, but this is the getting started part. So some of the things that stood out to me, it says, really, this is basically 3 steps. Get the script, plan classes, and do it all over again. And so I love how simple she makes it, because I feel like a lot of times if things get too complicated, people are overwhelmed and they don't want to start. They don't know where to start. It doesn't even seem achievable, but this is very achievable, right? You don't have to plan a class yourself. You just print the one out that I uploaded to Facebook. It's her script, but I just put it all together, and it's in a Word document, so you can edit to add your story to the beginning or however you want to do that. So I liked that it was very doable. And then she tells her business builders at the top of page 28, it says, I tell my business builders, if you do the above steps 4 to 6 times a month, that's generally enough volume to reach the rank of silver in 6 months. And I look back and I think about it. When I was doing 4 classes a month, when I first started, I was picking up people very quickly. I mean, I signed up 20 people in the first 2 months, but then I stopped doing my classes and tried all these other things, and it didn't work. And so if I would have stayed on track and I would have been committed to that process, I would have gotten to silver faster, because I'm still not there yet. And that's my fault for getting away from the live classes. But I think that's part of the journey for me, at least, is seeing what works and having a story to share with upcoming builders, you know, that this is what works, and now I have a story to show for it did work. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was really good that she said, as your check grows, you can start kicking things off your plate. So at the beginning, she said, you're pushing the snowball up the hill, and you have to learn how to run your Young Living business alongside your life and wiggle it in where it fits best. I thought that was such a good description, because it really is. You know, I mean, obviously, we've got kids running in and out of the room and getting out of bed, and, you know, I mean, it is part of our life. And there are just times where the kids have to come along, or they help you with a class. Gavin loves to help pass out the oils in a class. And so, yeah, I just think that it looks a lot different at the beginning than where it starts looking after you get to silver. And then it starts flipping. Then once you're silver, you take on more leadership responsibility and training responsibility for your team. And so you might not have as many in-person classes that are one-on-ones, but maybe some of those in-person classes change over to teacher training or business opportunity classes. And so I just think that it's a pretty cool little it's just a nice feature, and I like that she points it out in that. And then she also said, if you treat this business as a business, you'll get paid as a business. If you treat it as a hobby, you'll get paid as a hobby. Make the commitment, set your hours, and run for it. And I like that because, I mean, I feel like I want it to be a business, but my hours that I'm committing to classes and to income producing activities haven't suggested that it's really a business for me. Even though I say it is, it's my job, I don't feel like I have put in the hour. If I was going to work, I wouldn't, this would be a hobby for me because I'm not putting in the hours that I should to make it grow like I want it to. So.
I think too, because I kind of like was questioning that. I was like asking myself like, okay, like what does that look like to run this as a business, like treat it like a business, like what she's saying. Because I'm like, you know, obviously like, you know, I could be sitting here doing something Young Living and my child comes up and needs something to eat or drink. It's like, I still got to take care of them. So it's not like I'm just totally 100%. I cannot do that. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Like I literally can't do that. So for me, what I'm saying that looks like is I need to be serious about it and not just kind of la-di-da like, oh yeah, I signed her up last month and, you know, not check in, you know, like, you know, I want to be serious about it. And it's like, this person invested $160 in the kit. I want to make sure they get the full amount of benefits out of that kit as they possibly can. And I want to explain to them what else is available but outside of the kit. Like I want to treat it seriously. So that's kind of that was kind of my answer to that question, was being serious and not just kind of, yay, I signed someone up, you know, like just being like more, yeah, you know, I mean, the beginning is, you know, but like just being really serious about it. I don't know how else to say that, but
yeah. Did anything else stand out in the chapter for you guys?
Yeah, I just underlined pretty much the same things that you pointed out, Lindsay. So yeah,
and they said towards the bottom of 29, she said, I'd encourage you when you're doing your vision board, at least, put a specific tangible goal on the board, goals for OGB, your rank, and for your paycheck. And then also speak life over your goals. I thought that was so good. You know, add those words of encouragement, whether it's scripture or, you know, something that's going to really inspire you when you're looking at your vision board. And I have a vision board. It's so plain, y'all. I'm just such a plain person, but it's not creative. It's a rank timeline basically where I have, this is what I want to do and by X number of dates. And I am behind on my timeline. I needed to be silver in November of last year. Well, 5 months later, I'm not there.
Is that hard looking at that then? Do you need to change it? Like for me, that would be like hard to look at that.
Nope. For me, that is like, okay, I'm behind.
Yeah.
For me to stay on track, I need to.
Like a kick in the pants. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't get discouraged, obviously, by not hitting goals because I haven't hit pretty much any of the goals that I've set so far.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting with different personalities. Like for me, that would be like, I would like take it down, rip it up and make a new one.
Yeah, I would too.
All right, I just want to get to silver. I just want to get to silver by this, you know, her executive.
Those intermediate goals that I set on that timeline, those aren't my end goal. My end goal was to be Royal Crown Diamond by, I think it was December 2018. So like about 2 years. And in order for me to hit that, I really have to move forward and go for it. So for me to say that, oh, well, I didn't get to silver when I wanted, well, that's not the goal ultimately.
Right. Oh yeah, it's a stepping stone. Yeah.
So I don't want to change it, because if I change that, then I change every other one moving forward.
Okay.
So that's just for me, but yeah. So.
Well, and this is from, I think it was from chapter 2, when she's talking about sort of like taking a reprieve and then making sure that you jump back into it. I'm not sure what her exact wording was, but basically it was along, the same lines of, it's kind of like, well, you fall off the horse, get back on, whatever. But that life does happen, and that you do fall off, or you may not hit your goals, but to make sure that you get back on, and that you, start taking it seriously again. Like you were saying, Jennifer, taking it seriously. Start, don't just let it go. Don't just let it slide by the wayside, but, pick yourself up and start again.
Right. And I think it all goes back to your why. Like, you remember, because there are hard days, where you feel really discouraged. You have great days, you have hard days, just like with anything. But you always go back to that why, like, why am I doing this? And then that helps you get back at it. It's like, I'm not going to give up, because that's the only sure way you're going to fail, is if you give up. If you never give up, you can never fail at this.
Yeah. It will always be growing.
Impossible. Yeah.
So, we've got like 3 minutes left. And so we're a little behind in the workbook, but the next couple of chapters are pretty light. So chapter 2, it wanted you to write your story. And so that's just kind of the background. Where are the things that you've been, the hard moments in your life? Write them down, and then at the end, write famine over, I am free. So that's kind of like telling your story and where you're gonna end up as being financially free. So I think that's, it's just a little half of a page, but it's a good thing for you to collect your thoughts on that. And then chapter 3, the workbook that goes along with that, she wants you to really think about planning that first class, going through her 101 script and reading it out loud to yourself, like you were presenting, whether it's to a mirror or, to your kids or somebody, and then check it off 10 times over the next 2 weeks. So she said after the 10 times, you're out of practice and you need to go actually do it for someone. So I think there's really not any assignment per se for that, other than the bonus assignment would be to create a vision board. So yeah, and then we'll be caught up with tomorrow's assignment, which is the chapter 4, avoiding pitfalls, the 6 mistakes that every stagnant business builder makes. And it's just listing the 6 pitfalls that she mentions in the book. Which one is your biggest pitfall and why? And then there's a little page for you to focus on the solution. So now that you know your pitfall, how do you avoid that? So do you think that that's manageable for everybody to get caught up for tomorrow?
So what are we doing? We're doing chapter 2 in the workbook.
I was going to say 2 through 4. So we're caught up in the workbook. Okay,
so 2, 3, and 4?
Yeah, because they're very short. Chapter 2 is writing your story. Chapter 3 is printing the script, and if you want to, make a vision board. And then chapter 4 is basically just copying down the 6 things that she's talking about in the book.
Yeah, I think that would be good. And then that would give us some meat to talk about for the next for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Are we getting together tomorrow night? Tomorrow's Thursday.
Are
we doing this Monday through Friday?
It's your call. I cannot be here this Friday because I'm doing a pizza and oils class at Roma's. So.
Okay, well let's do it. Let's do tomorrow night and then get back together Monday.
Okay, so we'll do Monday through Thursday and give ourselves a 3-day break.
Yeah,
I think that's good. Okay. Awesome. So we're less than a minute to go. So thank you guys for coming.